One of my favorite recordings of Pap and Paul is their version of the song I'll Be All Smiles Tonight. Lots of people have recorded that song over the years. Just to name a few, the Carter family, Kitty Wells, Mac Wiseman, Merle Haggard, Loretta Lynn, and the Louvin brothers, and a whole lot of other people. There's way more than that. So it was a very popular song. Now the Traditional Tune Archive has this to say about it. I'll Be All Smiles Tonight was an American waltz, and it was popularized by that 1934 Carter family recording. However, the tune is considerably older, with words and music written in 1879 by T.B. Ranson. Many recordings of the song predate the Carter family as well, including Luther B. Clark and the Blue Ridge Highballers. They recorded it in 1926, Mac and Bob in 1927, the Allen brothers in 1928, the Reed family, or the Reed children, in 1928, Jenkins and Whitworth in 1929, Bradley Kincaid in 1929, and Linda Parker and the Cumberland Ridge Runners in 1933. But the Louvin brothers version is the one that most influenced Pap and Paul when they decided to tackle the song. Now, if you're not familiar with the Louvin brothers, their names were Ira and Charlie. They were from Alabama, and they made wonderful music, and I highly recommend their music. And they were very influential when it comes to country music and gospel music. And over the years, many books have been written about them and their lives and their music. And in one of them, one of Ira's classmates said that he would often sing the song, I'll Be All Smiles Tonight, as he sat under a tree at recess and play his banjo and sing that song. So you can see that it was an important song to them, that he knew it that far back. He actually quit school in the 6th grade. But he was so talented as a songwriter, as a musician, and as a vocalist. Another song they said that he would sing during that same time was There's a Hole in the Bottom of the Sea. If you've never heard that song, I recommend you look it up. If you have kids, they will love it. And if they learn it, they might just drive you crazy singing it. But in Pap's and Paul's version, as I said, they kind of tailored it after the Louvin's version. So Pap, he has that high tenor voice, or had that high tenor voice like Ira is known for. So he sung the same high lead like Ira did. And then Paul did like Charlie and sung the harmony underneath that lead. And Pap and Paul sung the song they sung it as a male perspective, like from the male's point of view. Charlie and Ira sung it from the female's point of view. So that's a little interesting there. And the video, I'm going to share a video, the recording of Pap and Paul doing the song. And it's kind of a little bit distorted because we converted it from a VHS tape to a digital format, and it lost a little bit that way. But it does feature that high lead by Pap and a harmony by Paul underneath. And they actually sung the song in D, which made it difficult to sing at a high place. There's what Paul would say, but I think they did such a good job. They made it look easy. It sounds really like a lullaby to me. And that video, it was recorded back in 2002. Now at that time, Paul was still in college, and he had bought one of those, you remember when the camcorders first come out? They were kind of the big bulky ones. He bought one. He uses it today for sound levels as he is recording in his home studio. You know, it's hard to be the sound engineer, the recording engineer, and also the musician actually playing the music, so he still uses it today. But on that day when he recorded the song in 2002, he wasn't thinking about anyone ever seeing it. Paul was only thinking about doing it. We might watch it. He probably didn't even know how it would sound. He just was doing it just to the novelty, you know, of having a video camera and being able to film yourself playing music or doing other things. So the way that he has the camera set is not the best. It's behind his back, and he's kind of blocking the view of Pap, so it's not the best perspective. And the sunshine is really shining in the window, so there's a glare there. So it definitely could have been set up, but as I said, he set up better, but as I said, he was not thinking about that on the day that he recorded it, and I'm so glad he did record it. But when I look at it, I just love it. I love those things that are wrong, because it's in the informalness of it. That's exactly how it would have been. Pap and Paul sitting around playing music like they often did. So it's just like it makes it more real, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I also love the things that I can see in the video. I see the couch Pap's sitting on. It was an old couch him and Granny had for a long time, and she made seat covers and the cushion covers. She made them to go on it, and I can see those. And then I noticed the curtains match the covers, so I know Granny made the curtains as well. I can see out of the corner kind of they always heated their house with a large oil stove, so I can see that stove. It made a lot of noise when it come on, but it really blew hot air, and every time we heard it come on, that was a favorite place for us to lay. Me and Paul we'd hear it and we'd take off running because we wanted to lay in front of it. And then when the grandkids come along, they did the same thing. I can see above Pap, I can see an award on the wall that him and his brother Ray received from the state of North Carolina for their music. Even the chair that Paul's sitting in, it's this really small rocking chair that Granny and Pap had as long as I can remember. I have no clue where it even come from. And it was just really handy because it was small. It was perfect for playing music in because it didn't have any arms, so it was easy to hold a guitar. It was perfect to pull up and sit a spell, as we would say, and talk for a while. So it was just always there. It's really amazing that a fuzzy, grainy video like the one I'm going to share with you can bring out so many memories for me. The actual voices and the guitars, the whole sound there, just take me straight back to childhood. That lovely harmony just makes me feel safe and loved. And in fact, I like it so much that for several years I took a little snip of it and I had it as my ringtone on my phone. So every time someone called me, I got to hear that little piece of just lovely harmony from Pap and Paul. You know, that made, even when we all get phone calls that we don't want to take, telemarketers and that kind of thing, it even made those calls a pleasure because I got to hear that little snippet of harmony. So it's really one of my favorite recordings from them for all those reasons. So I'm going to leave you with the video and let you see it. I hope you like it as much as I do, and I feel like you will. Now, I'm partial to Pap and Paul, so their version is my favorite of all those kind of different people I mentioned, and you can search for those other folks and see if you can find their versions. But I really love Pap and Paul's. I also love the Louvin Brothers version. It's a very, very well done version. And then there's one more recent one that's just almost perfect. It's just got the loveliest harmony, the loveliest feel, and the music is fantastic. And it comes from the Price sisters, and I will put that link in the description below so you can jump over and hear their version. It's just lovely.
She